Of a changed woman, but let's see if the new Jill is different from the Jill of seasons past.
That bitch, Alex McCord, has the nerve to come up to me at the church and said, "Oh, I thought you're going tomorrow because you're on the committee." And I'm like, "I'm on an honorary committee." She's a bitch. Look at her. She's socializing at a party that is so above her.
I want to stay out of the drama and the fighting and the garbage, but sometimes you just get sucked back into it.
Who's that? How old is she? Mid-40s? Late 40s, right? So I assume there's no daddy.
She's still trying to fight the fact that she's 55 years old or whatever she is.
No one else here is wearing ivory. And it's not ivory with a collar. Like, if you're going to wear an ivory base, wear a print.
You got mad legal advice. They're always going to protect Hollywood.
Well, that's a little bit really not your business.
Money can't buy you class.
Ain't gonna buy you class.
So now I am definitely staying away from gossip and drama.
I just hope that we can resolve it. I hope Alex and I really can get to a much better place. I'm going to be nice. I can't help who I am. I am nice. I'm loving the hair, Alex. I got it.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, I've known you now for 3 years, and you definitely age like wine. You get better and better. And I'm not just saying that. You really, not saying it was bad. I'm saying it's better.
Jill says she's changed, but in some ways, the new Jill kind of sounds like the old Jill.
Admit it wasn't nice.
No one can change.
I'm not going to admit anything. I believe Jill did this to herself. And when someone starts having a little more than she does or a little more attention, she gets jealousy.
Don't believe a thing that you just saw.
Well, from the beginning of the season, you claimed that you've changed. What specifically is different about your actions and your attitude this year that you wouldn't have done in the past?
Well, no, I'm glad you asked me that. Well, first of all, no one could change 100%, you know, and I had a whole thing ready for this, and now I'm like caught.
Jill, you are who you are, you know, and there's nothing wrong with
Why do you always answer for Jill? See, she constantly does
Well,
this.
I'm just trying to help her out. She forgot what she was going to
Yeah,
say.
no, I know what the question is.
It's okay,
You
you'll
know
get
what?
it.
No one can change 100%, but I'm honest, I'm caring, and I'm loyal. And if I say things to be blunt, sometimes that's just the way I am. But I never do it with a mean intention. I never do anything to hurt anybody.
That's very well said.
That's what I say all the
time. You know, and I love my friends. I know who my friends are, and that's who Jill Zarin is.
Coming up.
If I were trying to socialize above myself, I would stay the hell away from all of you because you're a liability.
Okay.
Excuse me, Miss McCord? Are you smoking crack?
We're back with the Real Housewives of New York reunion. You know, it's interesting, though, because you are blunt and you say what you think, and a lot of times I know that you see the show and you regret what you say, and you say, "Oh, that came out bad," or whatever. But
well, at least you own it.
But a lot of, but a lot of times you say, "But I own it, and I mean what I say," and all this stuff. How is that different from what she does? Because she's
I think honestly, at the core, I don't do it to hurt somebody. Where Ramona deliberately knows what she's doing is going to harm someone, like what she did to. And I am protective
Jill comes
of
from a good place
Luann.
when she does things.
You know, the things that she said that I watched on the show this season that she did to Luann. I mean, I almost take it personally. I do. I can't help it because I love her so much.
It's not a dig about clothing or jewelry. It's different when you go after somebody's family, and that's below the belt, and that's where the real issue is.
You started with Mario, so you know what?
Honey,
you can do it.
I'll repeat myself. I did not say a word about Mario the entire season.
Next subject.
Okay.
You know what? I like who I am. I'm funny. I'm a little snarky, and you know, to know me is to love me or to not. And that's really
take it or leave it.
Doris D. from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, said, "Jill, you say you've changed, but after watching this season, do you realize your behavior is the same as it has been in the past with backbiting comments and holding grudges like with Ramona?"
Well, I do, you know, I think one of the things I learned with Bethany was to not hold a grudge. But the grudge that I have with Ramona goes far longer and deeper. And sometimes you just can't resolve it. You just can't. I mean, and that's kind of where we are right now. I don't know if I could ever forgive Ramona for the horrible things that she said about me, my husband, my family, everything. I don't need friends like that, Andy. And that's the truth. I'm on a TV show. What can I tell you?
Unfortunately, outside of the TV show, and this is one thing I want to say, is that there's a lot of social media things going on, and Twittering and Facebooking, and, you know, and there's a lot of negativity, you know, sent out that way, and things get misconstrued, and I just think it's,
you know, read Jill's blog.
It shouldn't be done. I think,
it's all negative.
We work together. We should maintain a relationship that doesn't, you know, go below the belt on social media.
Do you think Jill's changed this season?
Obviously, Angie, look who you're
I don't
asking.
know.
I mean,
You know what? I think she's basically the same. I think she's trying, and I give her credit for that. I think she's trying.
Jessica T. from Kingsville, Texas says, Jill says she owns who she is. Does she realize she comes off as lying and backstabbing? It's like she doesn't realize the cameras are there. She attacks everybody and then tries to convince the audience she's a victim.
Well, I'd like to know examples of that because that's just not true.
Well, like the burlesque.
It's a fair comment.
Let me say, at the burlesque, afterwards you took me aside from all my friends. You said, I want to take you outside, and you complimented. Yet while I was performing, you were saying really mean things.
They weren't meant to be mean, Sonia, honestly.
It was about the words. Let me take this one. Sonia, can't buy you class. Sonia, you
said some pretty horrific words, and I think you did it on purpose.
Oh, it was such a fun spot. I wanted to count us in there. I wanted things that were fun for everyone.
Well, calling us bitches and all that.
And the opening scene.
It wasn't about you, bitches. Why do you think it's you?
Well, I mean,
I'm fighting so many people right now in my life. Do you know how many people I'm fighting?
Don't take it so personal.
Well, she's in a legal lawsuit.
Why does she want to know?
But Sonia, honestly, it wasn't meant to hurt you.
Luann, did you think I was saying that about
I didn't
Jill?
take it personally. Maybe I should. No.
I want to get back to that first episode and the wedding. And Alex, Jill said some stuff about you at the wedding.
I found out about that after we burned the past, and that's horrible. It was a nasty thing for you to say. And you know what? If I were trying to socialize above myself, I would stay the hell away from all of you because you're a liability.
Okay.
Excuse me, Miss McCord?
Well,
Are you smoking crack?
Don't forget this
That's a big statement.
You're a loose cannon.
She's oil, gas money.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're so rich and famous.
Stop.
Well, I want to respond to that because I just want to say, you know, Alex,
I would love to know.
there's nothing wrong with trying hard socially. Everybody's social climbs. We all know that, right? But then, you know, don't say about the Hamptons that, you know, you prefer St. Bart's because the Hamptons is too much work.
Prior to joining this group of girls, I had a career as an actor for 10 years, and the only reason I ever went to the Hamptons was for the film festival because I had films in it multiple times.
What were you in?
So I was.
What were you in as an actor?
That was in The Architect and The Toll Booth, and I think The Great.
You remember your modeling jobs?
Yeah, no.
Kelly.
Hold on a minute. Let me speak.
Please.
Not nice.
The point is,
sorry, I can't.
I used to only go to the Hamptons.
Right.
For work,
Oh, wow.
for producers and directors, and to get my next part.
So why are
okay?
you acting now?
And things change. I'm not, honey.
Why?
You're the one who
Maybe
acts
you
with your
are.
fake boyfriends and
Maybe
fake
you
shoots and
are
fake
acting
everything.
right now. My fake
I
shoots?
can't
These
act
are-
hives.
you're
Anyway,
gonna get a-
I have grown to like the Hamptons for what it is. It's different than St. Bart's.
That's great. She was pointing something out there.
You keep bringing it up. You brought it up a few times, and finally you let me answer. Finally,
Let me answer the question of where I was coming from. Ramona set me up. She said it in her interview. She says, why tell Jill that would ruin all the fun?
I didn't know that.
You were going to
You
push my
texted me.
buttons.
You texted me at 11
You didn't
o'clock.
want to tell me she was coming.
Because I didn't want you to hear
You guys just everybody own up to what you do. That's what people do. Own it.
You know
Is this
what?
a trial?
We're moving on. We're moving forward. Okay, Joe, we did get a lot of questions about Bethany, about you and Bethany, and people wanting to know if you've seen her since last year.
I know,
but I think
I want to address it. You know, I'm really happy for her. And I'm proud of her, and I know that she got everything that she wanted, and I have reached out to her, we've communicated, and I just only hope that it gets better over time, and I hope one day we look back at this and laugh, you know, because we were good friends.
Ralphie from Lafayette, Louisiana says, Jill, of all the fights that you've been part of for the last 2 years, are there any that you take 100% responsibility for?
I think I apologize when I'm wrong, and certainly I apologize and it's never accepted.
Do you ever feel like you were wrong? Do you ever look back on something and say, I was wrong?
Are you kidding me? Like every day I make mistakes. I mean, I'm wrong all the time, and I say I'm sorry.
Can you think of any this season?
Phew. I shouldn't have called Alex that name. It was not nice. It was classless and it wasn't nice, and I apologize.
Thank you.
But, you know, I hope you accept it because I don't want, you know, this is what happens.
Every time you've apologized,
when I say something
I accept
and I
it.
apologize, I feel like it's never
The problem is you keep doing
accepted.
more stuff.
Well, you know what? You can't have zero tolerance for people. You can't have it for children. You can't have it for friends.
I don't.
All right. And